Hi everyone, Maryalice here with feelings, nothing more than feelings. Remember that song? I believe Barbara Streisand sang that. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. But this video is about feelings. The subject of feelings is huge. So I just want to cover a few areas of it, all right? And if you have more questions, you can ask me. But it's really important to understand our feelings versus emotions. They're two different things. And I'm going to look away from the camera for a second because I have some notes here because I want to make sure I'm very accurate in what I'm telling you, okay? Put my glasses on. It says here the key difference. Feelings mean anything that can be experienced via touch, smell, sight, or any other sensory organ. Emotion is used to describe psychological expressions, biological reactions, and mental states. So we can, and those words are used interchangeably, feelings and emotions. Feelings, in other words, usually stems from something from within, judgments we make, thoughts we have, how we create emotions due to the feelings that we feel from the outside. Whether it's the actual physical feeling of touch or sight, seeing a beautiful sunset. Oh my gosh, how does that make you feel? I feel like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, and I just am so grateful for the beauty of the earth. So our senses can create gorgeous feelings in us or very hurtful feelings. If we're experiencing something sad, a loss of a loved one, or a breakup of a relationship, or somebody saying something mean to us. I mean, there's the external parts of our feelings that enter in, and then we make judgments about it, and then we just decide whatever decision we make, depending on what your filter is about that. So if we're going to be very defensive about what happens, that's a whole other level of emotions and feelings that start being created. The reason I say all this is because it's so important to understand when you're in conflict about something or you're feeling agitated about something, I want you to get clear on where it's coming from, okay? Inside, inward, every day we have 50 to 60,000 thoughts that bubble up in us from our subconscious. And it's through the filter of what we've created to think about what the world is. And obviously, if you've been traumatized or abused or something happened to you in the past, you're going to have a mega filter in your psyche about people, places, and things, and emotions and feelings and expectations. And it won't be reality. It won't be true reality. It'll be your reality made up through your filter system. When you start feeling things, a lot of people want to block their feelings. Some people feel, but they don't know what they're feeling. I've talked to people who say, I don't know how to feel. I don't know what that means. When you ask somebody, oh, how are you feeling today? They will respond, oh, fine, I guess, But some people don't know how to put words to what they're feeling. I want to show you something. Look at this list. See this wheel? These are descriptive words of feelings and emotions. And there's more than this. There's many, many more. And it's important to understand that you be specific about what you're feeling. And I say that because so often we can sit on a feeling and feel bad about something, feel grumpy about something, and we'll take that out on somebody else who totally doesn't deserve it at all. And they don't know where you're coming from. And they're like, whoa, what's going on here? Where'd that come from? I want you to know too that a lot of the feelings you have throughout the day, like I want to go back to those feelings, the thoughts that bubble up, and go through your own filter. So if you automatically, habitually feel horrible about yourself, and you continually tell yourself horrible things about yourself, what do you expect your world to be like? Not great, huh? No, not great. If you were to change that and find a spiritual practice, and I think it is a spiritual practice because we are essence of the divine. We are spirit having a human experience. This is just clothing, this physical, it's clothing for us. We are spirits. We are divine in nature. And we need to connect with that. And we need to know that we really matter in this world. What we think, what we feel. We need to bring in words of true positive meaning. If you ever have a thought or feeling about yourself of, I'm so stupid. Even if saying that, when I hear people go, I'm such an idiot, or I'm stupid, I'm like, don't say that. Words are so powerful. It gets infiltrated in your brain. It gets embedded and encoded and goes down to your subconscious. You really feel that way and you're going to act that way. And that's not what we want. I want you to desire an up-leveling of yourself. Raise your standards of yourself. Be the best that you can be. It's not ego and it's not pride. It's having the quiet, powerful understanding of who you are in this world. That you are of the divine. And that our mind plays tricks on us because our ego gets in the way so often and makes us feel things or think things. And when we think things, we're going to have emotions. And then we're going to emote. We'll actually, which is a verb for emotion, will emote those things. Well, are those happy emotions? Are they bringing joy to other people? Are they bringing joy to you? Think about it. Really, really think about it. I know you want to up-level your life. I hear from all of you and I love it. And I know that you don't like where you are, but I can guarantee you that 75% of where you are is all up here, in here. And that can change. So if you ever I have a rubber band here, or a hair thing. And I'm using this as an example. There's some people that I know that really wanted to train themselves in the proper way. They really took it seriously to practice changing their negative belief systems about themselves or about the world. And they decided that whenever they were aware that they were like saying, oh, I'm such an idiot, they'd snap that band. Ow, that's uncomfortable. They'd snap it and get themselves out of that thought pattern. And then they'd replace it with, I am really doing the best I can, and I will do better. So it's emphasizing what good you are doing and who you are, and that you're going to get better. So feelings can run our life, and so many of the feelings that we can have are not based in reality. They're based in here with the whole crazy filter from what we think and feel of the past. That's always from the past most of the time. It's of the past when we see the world through a filter because we decided a long time ago, well, this isn't great. I can't trust people. I can't trust myself. I can't make a decision for myself. I'm not powerful enough. Who do I think I am? Or, we have all these self-abusive thoughts. They're abusive because we're hurting ourselves. We're actually damaging our own psyche. But why? You know why? Because it's become an addiction. For many people, self-sabotaging thoughts and feelings are an addiction. It's so commonplace that if they don't feel that way, they don't know what to do with themselves. They've created a whole scenario, a whole story about why they need to feel bad about themselves, or about somebody else, or about the world, or about their boss, or who knows what. And again, it's not based in truth or reality. It's based in something that happened a long time ago. You can change your story right now. And you can begin to think differently so you feel differently. you can begin to get rid of those bad feelings. And even if things occur in life, which they do and they will, there are ways to deal with a conflict with somebody. There are ways to deal with true grieving and a loss. That's profound. But it doesn't have to ruin your life. It doesn't have to disrupt your life for days and days and years. It just doesn't. What do you think? What do you think? Look at all these words on here. Let me read some of them, okay? Now tell me if you think this way, if you've thought of words like this. So under the category of happy, let's say, there's amused, inquisitive, interested, proud, accepted, respected, fulfilled. You feel courageous, powerful. These are all great words to help describe certain feelings of what makes you happy. Oh, we can go to, let's say, this wheel is pretty big. Let's say fear. Fear, insecurity, obviously. Anxious, scared, rejected, humiliated, hurt, embarrassed and ridiculed, inadequate, insignificant, worthless, inferior, worried, overwhelmed. I mean, I've heard those words over and over and over again over the past 20 years with working with women. Yeah, those are words that describe things that have happened and are happening maybe now. But don't let it overtake your life. Get on the happy side. You can control your feelings. Not all of them all the time. We are going to respond and we're going to react in certain ways, yes. But you can take control. If you find that you're anxious a lot, I want you to know what EFT tapping is. I will try and do a demonstration for you for that, but there's a lot of information on YouTube. You can look up Nick Ortner, who's the master at EFT tapping, which is many therapists use it. I use it. Anybody can use it at home in order to bring down an anxious feeling or to change a negative feeling, or it's even great for pain management. So there is that, and there is meditation. There's different forms of meditating. There's prayer. But the thing is being consistent and practicing it, okay? So feelings are a gift to us. They are a guide. They help us guide us. They help us understand what's happening for us in the moment. And if you found yourself in a moment where you're at, let's say, a nice event or a function, but you're feeling lonely and distracted and like you can't connect, well, what does that mean? Where is that coming from? It's a guide for us to understand. Feelings guide us to, feelings and emotions guide us to where we are. If we're off balance, we're twisted up inside in our inward life, which is what I think is the most important, is our inner life, which is why I'm an inner life coach, because what goes on inside will be expressed on the outside all the time. It can't not do that. So if things around you on the outside you're not happy about, we need to look what's going on the inside, where the feelings and the emotions are and the thoughts. Always starts with the thoughts. And you can control your thoughts. In the worst of times, you can be incredibly upset about something and think you have no control, but I can guarantee you have control. Walk out of the room, walk in circles, take a breath, go outside, get a glass of cold water, do something to change the senses in you, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're tasting. Take some deep breaths, get your mind back in order, and take control, because you can do it. You really can. And I believe in you, because you're amazing, and you're a miracle, and you matter. You really do. So when you really get that, your life is going to just expound, it's going to grow, and your light will shine bigger and brighter. You're going to ripple off and help other people. And if you're going through a difficult time right now, I get that. It's hard. It's hard. I know several people going through a very difficult time right now. I'm not saying being Pollyannish about it. I am saying look at your feelings. Don't let your feelings control your life. Our feelings and emotions can take over our brains and our thinking process. We need to regain that. Going through difficult times brings about, obviously, feelings and emotions that are hurting or disruptive or confusing, or you might feel like you have no power, but that's not true. You do have power. You have power over your own mind, and you can make a decision for yourself, for what's right for you. Whatever that might be, because only you know, right? But don't be afraid to express that. Don't be afraid to be around. Don't be afraid to express yourself. And if you're around the right people, they're going to listen and they're going to care. They're going to love you, they're going to understand, and they're going to help you. And they want to be encouraging at the same time. If you're around people that you are afraid to express your true self, your feelings, your ideas, your thoughts about situations, you're in the wrong place. Those aren't people you want to be around. You really don't at a time like this, let's say you're going through. You want the right people around you to create the right feelings for you, to create the right mindset for you, to create encouragement for you and love. So understand that too. Remember what I said, like feelings come from the outside experiences, how we sense them. So if we are experiencing the wrong people in our life, that's going to mess us up big time, and we're not going to be authentic of who we are. I want you to be authentic, and I know you want to be authentic. And when we're authentic, we learn to grow. It doesn't mean everything's perfect. It means we have freedom to grow and learn what to express, learn how to be. We bump up against life and we can go, oh, I can handle that. Allow your feelings to be your guide, but not your master. And that's what I want to say. I hope this has been helpful. I trust it has been. Please let me know. I really, really love hearing from you, and it means a lot to me. You take care. God bless.